guys!
Hey guys!
We're back with another Walking Dead predictions video. In this video we're doing our predictions for the Season 6 finale of The Walking Dead titled Last Day on Earth. If you're not totally caught up on The Walking Dead and you want to avoid any spoilers, skip this video and come back later because everything we say from this point forward could be a spoiler. Starting off with the synopsis for this episode, the synopsis goes like this. Rick and the group must go outside the walls to save one of their own. What they experience on the road will change their lives forever. Now, it seems pretty obvious that the one of their own that they have to save is Maggie because she's in the midst of a miscarriage.
Yes, and the only OBGYN doctor anywhere is at Hilltop, so they're going to have to take her to Hilltop.
Yes. And along the way, you can tell from the promo, they get ambushed. And this is where the promo actually is really irritating to me because it comes across almost like they're intentionally trying to mislead us in one part of it. In the very beginning of the promo, the one that aired immediately after the episode, is first we get this shot of a group of saviors ambushing Rick's group, and there is somebody lying prone in the road in front of the saviors. And at first glance, this looks very distinctly to me like Daryl.
Yeah, it does. And it's even, the character looks like they have hair.
Yes.
So, I mean, there's only really two characters who were captured who have hair.
And whoever this is clear. It's clearly male, first of all.
Yeah, it's definitely male.
A male with hair, judging by the color of the clothing in the first shot, I'm like, okay, that's Daryl.
Yeah.
But then in the second shot, it's like the clothing completely changes.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if this was shot. I mean, when you're laying prone, you appear much leaner than you do when in the second shot, the back is kind of flat and the legs are twisted over. It creates a larger shape, and so the person looks a lot heavier. In fact, it looks heavier than any of the men who it could be. And I think that was deliberate so that we wouldn't know who exactly it was.
But the big question for this episode is Daryl dead? And no, he's totally not. It looks like they're definitely doing another death fake out, just like they did with Glenn in 6A. And we're going to get the reveal probably that Daryl is alive early in the episode next week.
Yeah, I don't think they'll milk it for as long as they milked the Glenn one. Only because if you end the season without confirmation that Daryl's alive, you're going to piss off a lot of fans.
Yeah, and the whole death fake out things that they're doing now, that in itself is pretty frustrating from a viewer's standpoint. We don't like being misled regularly. It's okay to do it every once in a while. In fact, it's kind of fun to do every once in a while. But you've gone to the well twice now this season.
Yeah.
And that's going to get super old super fast. And I think we're going to get a pretty major cliffhanger at the end of the finale. And you're going to end the season on a cliffhanger after a death fake out at the end of a 90-minute episode. You're really rolling the dice on this. I mean, yeah, people, the season 7 premiere will have huge ratings, but what's the exchange? You're going to have a lot of pissed off fans because you got to wait until the fall to find out, the resolution of the cliffhanger.
Yeah. What I do have to say is at least this death fake out was done well.
Yeah.
The lens was done terribly. Like, there were so many faults in that. But, like, the scene where Daryl shot, I don't recall seeing blood on Daryl's face. Like, there's blood on the camera, and it's really quick, but, like, even when I first watched it, I was like, holy crap, he just shot Daryl in the shoulder.
Yeah.
Like, that was my first thought. I didn't even think that he had possibly killed Daryl. That didn't even cross my mind.
Because the way Daryl was facing, if he shot him in the head, the camera wouldn't have gotten blood on it at all.
Yeah, like, it was set up good. Like, I didn't think Daryl was dead at all, so I guess technically it wasn't really a good fake out if he ends up not being dead. But at least it was plausible, like, unlike Glenn's where there was so much wrong with that scene.
And then the other question would be, is Daryl going to die? And no, he's totally not. I can see where this story is going, and I think I have a pretty good idea of where this story is going. And since we're doing the predictions anyway, we'll go ahead and talk about it. Okay, Daryl was created as a character before Dwight. The Walking Dead, the television show, premiered in 2010. Dwight didn't come along in the comics until 2012. So I really feel like they created, and I have no confirmation of this is just a theory on my part. I really feel like they created Dwight as a surrogate for Daryl in the comics. So, if that's the case, now you essentially have two Daryls in the show.
Yeah, and you can't.
At some point, Dwight, aka Daryl B, is going to die, and Daryl A, aka Daryl, is going to inherit Dwight's story from the comics.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into what that story is, we'll save that for another video, but with the popularity of Daryl, I can totally see them going that route. I feel like Carol will probably be absent from this episode. I don't think we'll see her at all. I think the next time we'll see her is probably early next season at the Kingdom.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think Carol's going to be back for this season. I actually think it'll probably be halfway through season A or so before we actually get confirmation that Carol's alive and well and fine and what happened with her. She doesn't get a whole lot of screen time. She'll have a couple of episodes where she's in the episode a lot, but for the most part, she really doesn't get a whole lot of screen time, so it wouldn't surprise me at all if she's not in quite a bit of the first couple of episodes next season.
And I do think we'll get multiple character deaths in episode. I think Tobin's definitely a goner. I've been predicting that forever. We haven't seen Tara and Heath for a while, so I have a feeling they're going to show back up and we're going to get a death there. I think probably Heath, because Tara's love interest just died, so it doesn't make real sense for that character to kill her off at this point. So I think Heath is probably a goner, and then whoever gets the bat. And that's where I have this feeling that we're going to get the cliffhanger. I think we're going to get the POV shot with the bat coming down, and we're going to have no idea who it is, and we're going to have to wait till the fall to find out. And I think when we do find out, it's going to be Glenn or Abraham, and I think it's going to be Glenn.
Yeah, I agree with that. The bat, I think, is going to be either Glenn or Abraham. And, I'm going to be so mad if they do that cliffhanger, because I don't want to wait all summer to figure out which one of these characters dies, because I like Abraham, but not as much as I like Glenn. So I want to know which one was at the end of that bat. I do think there's going to be quite a few deaths. With a 90-minute finale, there's got to be a couple of deaths. We'll probably have some no-name or very little mentioned named characters like Tobin. We'll probably have a couple of them die. I think our prediction of Tobin is just because we don't like the guy.
Yeah.
I think we wish him dead more than there's any signs that he's going to die. I don't know that Heath and Tara will even be in this episode. I think they're just going to leave them alone until next, because that's a lot to resolve. There's a lot of story there. I think that'll just wait until next season. I don't really anticipate seeing them in this episode, but I do think that we're gonna have some definite carnage.
Okay, and I'm pretty sure that's it for our predictions of the Season 6 finale of The Walking Dead. We would love to know what your predictions are. Let us know down in the comments how you think it's going to shake out.
Who do you think is going to die, and who do you think is going to get the bat?
Who gets the bat?
Yes.
Alright, if you enjoyed this video, and we really hope you did, tell us by clicking that like button, and subscribe for more reviews and predictions and unboxings and all kinds of geeky awesomeness.
And thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.